Faith Time is sponsored by VOA Southeast.
Faith Time, of course, is our weekly conversation on matters of faith. Joining us this morning is Pastor Brian Wade with Loxley Church. So as cases drop and vaccines go up, people are looking at what could be a post-COVID world. How do you rebuild, and what needs to be rebuilt in faith communities?
The social interaction needs to be rebuilt among people. There is such a fear in our society today because of the COVID concerns that you just have to give people a chance to come back to as close to normal as they feel comfortable. So you don't pressure people. You don't make people feel guilty for not being able to attend. You just slowly get people back involved. You do the social distancing requirements so that people feel comfortable coming back, and then just maintain those distances. Encourage people to wear masks and those kind of things.
What are some new issues you see families facing that the pandemic either created or helped accelerate?
Well, there's been two things that I've seen that are the biggest issues. One is the education of the children. Parents have had to make very difficult decisions. Teachers are having to learn new skill sets. I would say being a teacher right now is one of the most difficult jobs in America because of all the things they're having to do that they've never done before. Parents are having to learn new skills, students as well. So that's a big issue. The second issue I see is the inability for families to be able to be together at doctor's offices, in hospitals. It is very emotionally and mentally draining on families when they have a loved one in the hospital for days or even weeks or months, and they can't spend any time with them. They can just talk on the phone. Those are some issues that I think are going to have to be addressed in the near future.
What do you think the extent of the damage that you've seen brought about by social isolation that comes with viral concerns? How badly has that hurt people?
Well, here at the church, we are still involved, and we have a lot of people here at our church who still come, but we have a lot of people who have isolated themselves to such a degree that it's going to take them some time to get back into the swing of things. I think that a lot of people who are very quiet, people who don't like being around others, this social distancing has been great for them because they don't really like being around people anyway. But there's a lot of people who really thrive off of social interaction, especially when it comes to spiritual things like prayer and spiritual growth and understanding the Bible. And so I think that the isolation has hurt those people who really thrive on social interaction. And we're just going to have to provide opportunities for them to ease their way back in. And we're doing that here at the church through small groups, through Bible studies where we have social distancing, through online social media interaction. So it's working. We're doing a lot, but there's a lot more to do.
You had some examples there. So how can communities really start to repair that isolating damage?
I think following up on the people that are in your circle of influence. It may be a phone call. It may be through text messaging. It may be through distancing. Going to somebody's house and standing in their yard and talking to them from the door or the window. I think that engaging people who have disengaged from society is going to be very critical for everybody over the next 6 months to a year.
That's Brian Wade with Loxley Church. We thank him for joining us for this edition of Faith Time. And News 5 this morning will continue after the break.